Cowboys have always had a grip on pop culture, from Western classics to modern music. The cowboy is an icon, that brave and charming image while doing it all alone. From all the way in 1966,
Sorry, Dougal.
we are still riding with it. Like, tell me that didn't have the internet on its chokehold. But what does Mitski have to do with all of this? And why the cowboy? At first, it might seem like a quirky album name, but deep inside, it is much more than that. Even though the word itself is not even said once throughout the album, it revolves around this icon. And there is something more to the album's name. It is not Be a Cowboy, it's Be the Cowboy. Just this one detail makes so much difference. The album can be taken as one coherent story, but it's rather bursts of memories, almost like snapshots captured in a bubble. We rarely get the full picture, just glimpses of the story, but if you want, you can link one song with the other and it becomes like a concept album, which is up to you if you want to take it that way. That begs the question, what is a story? Where does a story begin and where does it end? Not every story has a proper starting or a proper ending, right? So what even is a story? What if you desperately want your story to go a certain way? Is it worth it to chase that dream that's been planted into your head, but deep down you know it's just not who you are? And a deeper question, can you truly be that person who influenced you when you are someone totally different? Mitski dives into this, her wants, her expectations, and who she is. The cowboy she wanted to be. It's almost like she's handing us a shattered mirror where you see fragments of yourself but never get the full picture. Geyser. First up, before even diving into the song, I just want to appreciate how cinematic this opening is. This song sets the tone for the whole album and it is just majestic. While being cinematic, the vibe is also kind of eerie, but despite it all, she comes off as very genuine. It's clear from her lines that she wants this number one and nothing or no one else. We are not even explicitly told who or what her number one is. This number one could be a romantic partner or even her career. It's her personal life coming into her music career. She feels trapped and now there is something she needs to get off her chest. This something, it's her love life, but her career is weighing down her romantic needs. She wants romance, but can't let go of the music. She feels like she can only make music when she's alone. It's like she can make music when her life's needs are unmet and it is actually harming her. Only then she can hear the harmonies and make the music. So this song is about her battling her career and her love life. She has turned down every relationship that has come her way just so she can continue to do what she wants to do. She is good at it. And later on, we also learn that she wants a legacy, but that is in a later song. She's putting in all of her hard work, but she is not fulfilled personally, romantically. What her aspiration is, the music career, she might be getting there, but what about the romance that she craves? She knows that she can suppress this feeling for long enough. Like a geyser, the romance and the feelings might as well just burst out, damaging her in the process. But her main priority is always music. That's her number one. As the song comes to an end, we don't have the answers. Like, it's Mitski in love? Is she in love with someone so much that she may tone down her hard work? Or is it the other way around? She might as well be talking about breaking up with her partner. She feels like she can only make music when she's alone, so she can feel the imminent breakup bubbling even though she loves this person so much. The unclear vibe of the song is intentional because everything is so important to her, and to give up on something is not something that she can do. Her musical and romantic wants are so fused with one another that even she cannot separate one from the other. Why didn't you stop me? When you know someone is impulsive and always needs validation, will you stay with them even after they leave you? How do you make sure that they want you to stay and need validation? You can't know that. So what do you do? In this song, Mitski acts out of impulse and is seeking validation. Even C does not know what C wants, and C thinks that C wants validation and not a breakup yet. And the person in her life just leaves. Mitski thinks he acted out of impulse and was seeking assurance when she ended the relationship. Mitski trusted this person more than herself, but the person just left instead of staying with her. Is this regret that Mitski is feeling, or just loneliness in disguise because she does not have a lover anymore? The paint it over parts, so her willingness to cover up the bad parts of the relationship without even fixing them just so they can remain a couple. As we move on, we find out that her breaking up because of her impulses are not entirely true. It's leaning more towards loneliness. Like, after she breaks up, she's still in the grieving phase. The sadness after the breakup is making her feel as though she was in the wrong and it was impulsive. But the person was genuinely bad for her. She broke up because she was in a bad relationship, and she knows it. I look for a picture of you, but I can't find the one where you look how I remembered. Her mind is blocking the negative parts, and she is still in denial that she did that. That's denial, the first days of grief. She ends the song by saying painted over. What she means is she painted over the image of the person with the best parts, and now that is what she remembers. Old Friend. This is the deepest cut from the entire album, and this is also my favorite. This song in particular is the deepest thing in this album. The sheer amount of ways in which this song can be interpreted, the vibe, the tone, everything in this is just iconic. The song is so layered and a story is hidden so deep within with double meanings and entendres. This song just blows my mind every time that I listen to it. For the sake of simplicity, we will name the old friend in this song Ferb. First of all, this is the simple interpretation. As I told y'all, it's a double entendre, right? So this is the simple interpretation. She is talking to Ferb, who is an ex that she still likes. In the song Lonesome Love, we explore this more, but let's not dive deep into that right now. She does not want anything romantic or deep from Verve. She misses spending time with him because they were friends as well. They kept their relationship private and called themselves friends. That's why Verve is an old friend of hers. She has already broken up and they are not even friends anymore. She has found someone who loves her a lot and she is content with that. But she still wants the friendship with Ferb to continue. The romance might have faded, but the platonic love is still there. She goes on to say that she hasn't told anyone, even till now, that they were a thing, and she remembers the time that they had and feels weird about it. Every time she passes the places that they used to go or their city, she wants to hang out at their old spot and catch up maybe. Again, this song is a double entendre. And that's just the first interpretation of the song. The second is more layered, and honestly, it just blows my mind. What lies beneath the surface is kind of deep. So, okay, this is the heavy breakdown of the song. She is talking to herself. The old friend is herself from the past. She's talking to her past self like an ex-partner. She tried killing herself over something that she now finds rather silly. Mitski discusses loneliness, romantic problems, and so much more that it's hard to pinpoint what the reason was for her feeling this way. What could have caused her so much pain, but now she just finds the pain silly. We don't know what the pain is, but now she loves herself, despite her hating herself so much that she wanted to kill herself at one point. She loves herself more than she used to. This is the someone that loves her better than you. In the context of the song, you is her destructive past self. Someone who loves me better than you. Like, she's not talking to a person, she's just talking to an image in her head. This means she has become content with herself and has become the friend that she always wanted. She can get all the love that she deserves and wants from this pretty friend, even if no one else gives it to her. And again, a reminder that pretty friend is herself. The old friend, her past self, was abusive and nearly got her killed. But this friend now all hers and will love her and keep her safe. Now, why does she want to meet with this past self again? Is it for closure? The thing is, she does not want to meet with her past self. She just wants to be by herself, enjoying the life that she didn't take. I'll take coffee and talk about nothing. This means she'll get her mind off everything and take some alone time that she really needs. She's ready to accept the memory that she might remember, even the sad parts, happy ones, or anything that pops up in her head. She will look back at and try to cherish. However, Mitski wants this part of herself to be secret, probably because she finds the reason silly now. She just can't talk about it to anyone and only keeps it to herself. But sometimes she feels like it may have slipped out somewhere and she questions herself if anyone knows. Despite being better now than the old friend and living better, she still despises that part of herself and protects it. She also does not want to be a nuisance to others by mentioning that. It's hard for people to process that information, or just she fears that she'll break down in front of others, which she might not like. Every time I drive through the city where you're from, I squeeze a little. She's scared and nervous that her old friend might try to creep back into her life someday. Every time she revisits this memory, she gets nervous. This is a feeling that many of us struggle with. What if I break up and I must go through that heartbreak again? Stuff like that. A pearl. There is a lot of talk about being lonely in the album, and we start to see that Mitski is not appreciating the relationship that she is in, but she does not do it on purpose. She is kind of reflecting on how she feels about it all when she says something like, "You are growing tired of me." Like, she does not know if the person is actually growing tired of her, but she thinks that the person is. She was so used to not being adjusted in a relationship, so now this new good relationship also feels like it's not how a relationship is supposed to be. She does not find this relationship good enough because it is adjusted. Her mind just can't process the fact that it's a stable relationship now, and she does not know how to accept it. She thinks of self-destructive stuff because she's not used to this relationship dynamic. Even though she is loved, she feels like something isn't quite right, and she can't sleep at night. She can't take the touch because she expects toxicity, and so she is rejecting being vulnerable because it has led nowhere good in the past with her other relationships. She cannot talk about it with her partner because either she is afraid that they won't understand, or because her experience from her past relationships has made her avoid talking about that stuff. But what is missing, she does not know. The thing that she is actually missing is the toxicity, because for her, a relationship does not feel whole without toxicity. The negativity in her past relationships, that is not there anymore. The pearl in the relationship is a metaphor for how parasitic their last relationship was. Pearls form from parasites or debris that get stuck in oysters. And it created this pearl that she believes is how a relationship be. She sees the memories like they are the pearl. A pearl never glows, and she sees the glow. She sees the non-existent glow as the highlights of the relationship. There was no glow in the relationship, but she sees it. And at night, that is where she goes. She goes to explore the memories and thinks about the way things used to be. The pearl, which was really just a ball of slime because that relationship was not good for her. Every night, baby, that's where I go. It's just that I fell in love with a war and nobody told me it ended. The toxic relationship has ended, but subconsciously she does not know that. She knows how what she is feeling is nothing but just a past relationship, maybe with Ferb, creeping into this one. But the awareness of that happening does not free her of the consequences of it. For example, someone who is experiencing deja vu might know that they are experiencing it, but it will still feel like a real memory when they know that what they remember is not real. So even now, she knows what she thinks is not real, but she just can't escape it. Subconsciously, it is engraved in her mind, and this is not how a relationship is supposed to go for her. There's a hole that you feel. She's telling herself, she's trying to assure herself that it is fulfilling. It actually is fulfilling, but she does not believe that it is. She knows that this relationship is a healthy one, but she's just self-destructive.
And you say
Lonesome Love, we go back to Ferb in this song, Ferb from Old Friend. But she is still in a relationship with the person from a Pearl. Let's call them Pearly. She wants to prove to Ferb that she is moved on from the relationship. More than proving it to Ferb, she wants to prove it to herself. She is in a fulfilling relationship with Pearly, and she knows it, but the way she describes her feelings in a Pearl, it's clear that maybe she wants Ferb back. Also, she has not moved on because someone who has moved on would not have to prove anything. As we established, this album captures parts of a story and emotions in a bubble. We don't know anything for sure, or anything that happened before or after these events. We don't know if Ferb is the person she is talking about in Geyser, breaks up with in Why Didn't You Stop Me, begged to meet on Old Friend, reminisced about in a Pearl, and now is meeting in Lonesome Love. It's up to you if you want to consider this album a concept album or more of a snapshot of memories. And now in Lonesome Love, she meets up with this person. She wants to prove that she has moved on and that relationship was just toxic and it was not good for her. Spend an hour on my makeup to prove something. She does all this preparation to prove that she does not care anymore. This person is not important to her anymore. Then when she meets the person, the ex just greets her with a simple hello and she melts. She realizes that she has not moved on and still falls for Ferb. She cares so much that just a simple greeting, hello, makes her fall right back. When she says, so I can win and this can finally end, she thinks her yearning and wants will dissolve after seeing Ferb again, understanding how bad Ferb was for her, but this person can just effortlessly sweep her off her feet and she lets herself get swept, which is the main problem. She ends up sleeping with Ferb. She cheats on Pearly, who she has a relationship going on with. She knows it's a bad idea to sleep with her ex, especially considering how their relationship dynamic was not the best, as we established from a Pearl. She knows there will be consequences to this, like the person she just slept with is not good for her. But she yearns for something more in the current relationship that she is in with Pearly. In the line, why am I lonely for Lonesome Love? She knows she wants to be with Pearly, but she can't resist the old friend Ferb. She is now just by herself and can't decide what to do. This situation makes her feel lonely. She just wants to feel something that feels right. And thinking about all this, having to decide without anybody's help, she just feels lonely. As the song ends, it's like she is wrapping up everything. A faint voice can be heard in the background, solid work, which people say after wrapping up a set or something, right? This arc of her story is now over and we are moving on to part 2 of Be the Cowboy. If you pay attention, you can also hear faint footsteps as if she is walking out of this arc. This set of the play is now over. Remember My Name. This song has a unique vibe to it. As we established, this is the second arc in the story of Be the Cowboy. It's like she's now locked in to her work. She is focusing on her aspirations and less on her romantic and personal needs. She wants to be what she has always dreamt about, which she seems pretty happy to do. In the few songs so far, Mitski has discussed intense love, suicidal ideation, so her talking about her aspiration sets the mood for something grand, and this is very inspirational as well. She loved the audience so much at her last show that she has no love left to give on her next show. She is tired. She wants her partner to make extra love, like they want to fuck really bad, so she can be relaxed and be ready for her next show, which is tomorrow. For simplicity, I'll call this person Mr. Love. Although she's already been showered with so much love at the show, she still has this romantic itch, which is a very human want, but the way she puts it, even through all this fulfillment, she still yearns for romance. Moving on, we understand that she wants to be a prominent figure on the music scene. She wants to have an actual impact on people and be remembered through her work. She compares being a good musician to being in heaven. She wants people to remember her even after she cannot make music anymore. She wants to be immortal to her work, basically. And that is what she is working towards and putting her efforts into. She has reached so many milestones and goals, but she still feels like she has not achieved heaven yet. The first time she says to finally call it heaven, her achieving that heaven would be her heaven. But the second time she says somewhere like heaven, in this line, she means to say that even when she knows what heaven is like, she wants to be held to the standard where she would feel like she's there. Getting to the heaven does not matter to her, but getting to her heaven does. This place she can retire and the world will not expect more from her. Just be glad at the things that she did. She basically wants to be a prominent figure, and achieving that would be achieving heaven to her.
I steal a few breaths from the world for a minute.
Me and my husband. This is yet another super layered and super structured song that can be interpreted in many ways, but breaking it down, this is yet another capture of a memory from her life, and it is of an important point in her life. This is most likely not a continuation, and if it is, then she is referring to music as her husband. It can be that she is married to her work and the music career is her husband because it's so important to her, but it can also be that she is literally talking about a point where she had a husband and maybe their marriage is kind of falling apart. She feels like she is nobody without her husband. She's alone, and although her husband might not be the best for her, and if it's her husband, then the furrowed brow, he gets angry at her, and they're not the best for each other, but she takes that anger and ignores it because she loves her husband so much. She repeats the line, "I am loved," which might tell us that she is trying to convince herself that she is loved by him. This reflects an internal conflict maybe. She feels unfulfilled but also can't let go of the relationship. She might even be in a toxic relationship, but she believes that this relationship is her everything and she cannot live without this relationship, or basically she cannot live without her husband, and they want to stick together forever. She has a short time to live and she does not want to spend it hopping from one marriage to another or relationship to relationship. The short time she has left, she wants to spend with this man, and this life of hers is not just her, but she believes this existence is her and her husband together. That is what makes this existence a life. Now here's a juicier interpretation of the song. This song might be about her exploring her sexuality. Their relationship is not toxic, but she finds herself attracted to females now. But she keeps pushing this marriage because she loves this man and values the marriage and the man greatly. Come into the water. From the last song's upbeat tune with heavy lyrics, this song changes the pace with a rather soft and a mellow tune. This song is like a letter to someone new, like a new person, and it's almost like this song follows the events of Remember My Name. The same guy she asked to make extra love, Mr. Love, is who this letter is for, or it's for someone else, but let's just assume it's Mr. Love. She must have fallen for him. She wants a relationship with him, but she has been through so much that this time she can't let another relationship ruin her aspirations. She wants the man to accept that crowd and the noise mixed with her continuous strive to better herself is what they must go through together. If this person wants to be with her, they must accept everything that comes with it. On top of that, the relationship might turn bad sometimes because of her mental issues and her trauma from her past relationships. So she is hesitant about opening freely to a new one. This person has created a dream for her, a perfect reality for her in her mind. She wants the person so bad, but knows all the risks of letting someone be with her without them agreeing to be in the water with her. In the line, "Maybe I'm the same as all those men writing songs about all their dreaming," she is telling how she thinks she might be doing the same thing as the men who do a poor job at their lyrics. She wants her lyrics to be immortalized, but songs about her dreaming aren't going to get her there. She then later goes to talk about how she has a dream now, and she tells it to us in this song. So technically, she is writing about her dreams And maybe she is like those men, writing about what they're dreaming. But now, she doesn't even care anymore. All she cares about is the person that she has fallen for. Right after this line, she follows up asking this person to tell her if they want her with all these conditions. Nobody. This is one of the biggest Mitski songs. The sad, almost haunting lyrics with this upbeat and happy tone. The music video even pushes this idea further, but the music itself does a lot of it. We don't know if this is the same story's continuation, but it seems as though it is. While she was with her husband, she had an affair with Mr. Love perhaps, but she regrets it. Now it seems as though Mr. Love thought about all the challenges and declined the offer. She has such high needs to be in a relationship, and she pushes people away so she can focus on her craft. And because of all of this, she has no friends, no partner, and she just feels lonely now. There is no one around her, and even when she opens up to people, there is no one to fulfill that void that she has created herself. Being lonely is a common challenge that people that focus on their art too much face. They take so much time perfecting themselves that nobody around them sees them as someone they are close to. She talks about Venus and how it was destroyed by global warming because their people wanted too much. She's comparing herself to Venus because maybe she wanted too much as well, and it is destroying her. Venus is the planet of love, and she also craves love like she is Venus because she's a very loving person and she craves love and romance. But her focus on her career is driving her to push people away that she loves. She just wants people in her life that she can ghost for a long time and come back like nothing happened. That's just not what most people are looking for though. So now there is no soul around her, no one close. She just wants people to feel her, a partner she can talk to. She keeps on repeating that she has nobody, and it keeps on emphasizing the fact that there is nobody. It's almost like the echoes of her own voice is the closest thing to a friend or a person that she has around. Just like in The Sleeping Beauty, she thinks a kiss will make her feel alright. An honest kiss symbolizes a deep connection with another person, so she just craves that. Maybe she has not felt a touch from another human being in a long time, so she just misses the interactions and connections with others. Having a beautiful love life is always romanticized by movies, and everybody pictures their love life to be like that. But Mitski is figuring out that not only does she not have a love life like she wanted, she also is lonely and cannot come to terms with the fact. Those movies have put an expectation in her head, and we crave that relationship that movies put into our head, what we think it should be like, but the reality can often be disappointing. She knows there is no savior and she has no one, but she just wants a kiss. She just wants to feel something other than loneliness. She has changed so much over the time. She has been a bigger person, lost weight, become a bigger artist, fell off, and so much in between, but she got there by pushing people away. She wants people to come back now, because not being alone is also one of her desires.
I glow pink in the night in my room.
Pink in the night. Maybe this is the same person from Come Into the Water, but it does not look very likely that it is. She is so full of love that she is glowing with love. Pink signifies love, and she is filled with pink so much that she emits the color of love itself. Her aura is pink. On Nobody, she was all alone, and in this song, she still is, but she has found someone that she likes and realizes that this feeling is deep love. And she wants to be with this person alone at night, just lost in their own world. Or maybe she denies her wants of this crush, but deep down, when she is alone at night, she yearns for them and glows pink with all the love that she has. But she feels this at night when she's all alone and the truth settles in. Maybe she is busy with other stuff all day and her loneliness are overshadowed, but at night she is vulnerable, lost in her mind, and wants to be with someone she can be herself with. Mitski finally found that someone, or maybe Mitski realized a lot of people around her can be that for her, so she just wants one of them. Mitski wants love so bad, this person in particular so bad. It's almost like she is broken. She cannot commit, and she has been vulnerable with people that she wants to be with, but there is something stopping her from being able to commit, no matter how much love she has to give. Because she cannot say yes to a relationship, this person has turned their back on her. They're walking away from her as this would lead nowhere. She is rejecting love, but she is full of love and she wants to give it. Deep down she knows she wants love, but she is limiting herself. But maybe the person only wanted Mitski as a fling or a short relationship and nothing more. But Mitski is infatuated. She wants to commit. The person knows she wants to be a thing, but they do not want it. So Mitski's heart breaks and she wonders if he feels her heartbreak too. Since they are so close already and he is in Mitski's heart, can he hear her heart break? They cannot be together, it seems like, so she could stare at his back all day as the person is leaving. She could watch everybody leave her because she loves them so much. She won't take her eyes off of them. She wants people so much, or this guy in particular so much, that she wants to keep kissing them until the person stays, even if she does not want the relationship. This is what she wanted in Why Didn't You Stop Me, the second song. And maybe the same thing is happening again. The kisses also filled a void for intimacy that she had been craving. So she wants to kiss again and again. She finally found someone that can make her feel less lonely, but she pushes them away. Is she the pearl herself? And when she rolls herself, she glows pink? Maybe that is the case because she's so filled with love, but she feels like she is just parasitic at the very deep end.
With no fish is the heart of
A horse named Cold Air. This is the most metaphorical song in the album till now. This song does not have a direct meaning. She's most likely talking about herself. She has been so still and firm on her goals and aspirations that her heart has no fish or real relationships to look back at. No true love or people that she really adores. Her memories, her heart is like a lake that has no fish. Horses usually crave love and attention, but are often kept alone in a shed. And that's how she feels right now. She is a cold air because she has stayed firm on what she has always wanted, like a cold air breezing through. When young, everybody has that energy and the motivation to strive to achieve what they want in life. She was also young at one point, but now she's starting to lose that motivation. How much longer till she has fish in her lake? She wants to fulfill her wants. One of the main reasons for this is because she is starting to realize the long way she traveled were the same mistakes repeated. She has just traveled in a circle in her attempt to reach somewhere like heaven. Washing Machine Heart. This song also has an extremely sad vibe, especially with how much we know about Mitski and her random snippets so far, her ups and her downs. The song tries to feel upbeat and joyful, signifying how Mitski is putting up a front and an act that she is happy, but it's all very sad. And so is she. Toss your dirty shoes in my washing machine heart. This line seems innocent, like you really can't think it is deep just yet. That's how Mitski's current relationship seems from the outside. Let's call this person Mitski is in a relationship with Joe. Joe always tells her about his old relationship and she takes it and listens because she wants to be with Joe and she wants Joe to be happy, and she is also craving his attention. She wants him to stay even though he only sees his ex in her. She even puts on the lipstick that the ex used to put on, so Joe will kiss her passionately as he did with his ex. She knows she is not herself and she feels betrayed. She takes all the dirt Joe has sticking on his shoes from his ex, from all the trauma that he has walked on. She tries to help him clean it all, while in the process, the trauma, it bangs up inside Mitski's heart, and she is the one who gets affected. She craves kisses and being close, as we established from her previous songs, and now she has a partner and she is close to him. She kind of has what she wanted, but not in the way that she wanted. Even when the long-awaited kiss finally happens and she has closed her eyes, she knows that the person is not kissing her for her, but he pretends it's his ex, and Mitski is aware. She has been wishing for this connection for so long, and this is how she gets it, being a replacement for someone else. She wanted a person that respects her craft and lets her do her thing, and now she has that. She gets to make music, but even when she is making music, she still thinks about the dynamic of their relationship. Joe gives her time to make music, But her mind still wanders when she should be focused on her craft. She keeps on questioning herself why Joe does not want her. She is even messing up the simple stuff like the foundational elements of music that goes do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But even the basic elements feel out of reach because she is so caught up in her head thinking about the relationship. But without this person, she has no romantic or emotional connection. So she sticks with it no matter what is going on. Blue light. She is just going insane now. She wants a good partner, but everyone she has found is not what she wanted. She just wants someone to kiss her. She is going insane in search for this lover. She slept with Joe from Washing Machine Heart and now is awake at night. She is walking around naked, further showing how crazy she's going. And this is not her house. This is Joe's house. And she is naked at night, just walking around, knowing she does not even like what she has going on with this man. Silver in the night. She does not know what to do or how to stay sane anymore. She has not found romance and the life she always wanted. All the relationships feel incomplete, and in relationships where she feels sane, she must pretend to be someone else. On the outside, while showing it to the world, she is brave and fearless, but she feels incomplete, like she needs something to feel whole, and it feels like you have nothing. She was the pink, loving feminine glow in Pink in the Night. Now she wonders if this man she just slept with, Joe, is really the blue light to her pink light. Typically, pink is used to represent feminine things and blue is used to represent masculine things. She is unsure if this blue light will eventually make her feel whole, and she is just overthinking it. She wonders if she will turn into someone else just to be this pink light for Joe's blue. She wants this man to feel like her other half because it just feels right, except she has to be someone else. So will she change herself entirely just so she can be with Joe? All the non-lyrical singing in the song shows how unsettled she is, how insane she is going over not living up to her wishes or finding what she wants. The echoes in her voice shows that she is spiraling into her own thoughts. Two slow dancers. This is the closing track on that album, and it's so different than everything we have got so far. Last time, Mitski was spiraling into her own mind, and the song ended with unsettling noise. The opening sound to this song is almost like music you could slow dance to. It's different from how the last song ended. The reverbs reflecting the mutual feelings and the emotion in the air. The song starts off rather weird, not just because he is asking about the smell of a school gym, but also the absurdity of the question itself. Why does it matter if it smells like that? Is he trying to make small talk? Or does the smell take her back to her school days? Mitski and this person are meeting up probably in a school gym. They have small talk to kick things off as they are slow dancing and have a conversation. They were possibly dating in school, and the gym is probably a place that holds value to the both of them. They joke about how the ex remembers the slow dance they used to do. Now, although they have slow danced so many times with other people, Mitski still forgets. Probably because he's nervous meeting up with someone from such a long time ago. They talk about how easier things would be if they were still young and they could do literally anything they wanted without worrying. But they both know reality, and the reality really is that they are both older now. Even though it has been so long since they separated, she still has not found the right person yet. It's almost like she's old now, and most of her friends have died, and now this couple is all there is left. The last couple from high school. They meet up to stay in touch, so they also have company. Since she never really had anyone to be with all her life, she just wants someone to be with as she fades away. Or maybe she just wants someone to take away the loneliness for a short time. Sometimes she wonders what could have been if they never separated after school. But she acknowledges the fact that right now there's just two slow dancers reminiscing about the past. Last ones to be taken by death, or the last ones to live this gym for the final time. Meeting up with her first lover at the end doesn't really provide solace, but rather regret, and she wonders what it could have been if she didn't dance too slow. Maybe this was the person she needed all along. She literally ghosted this person for decades, and now they are back dancing together like they used to. Now their first love is what they have at the end of it all. Nothing could be more poetic, right? She should have never shot out to be the cowboy from the movies and the shows she watched. Life is not the same as those over-romanticized pieces of fiction. She should have pursued this cool romance if she really wanted to, alongside everything else. But now it's too late. But at least she has company at the end. Bittersweet. So, what even is Be the Cowboy? It's really a collection of memories and emotions from different parts of the main character's life, and the main character being Mitski, of course. Some of the songs tell how some stories in her life went forward, and some are just small bursts of emotion. You can find a timeline of the story throughout the album and take hints from the musical patterns, but no matter the story, the album is just emotions that Mitski has felt in her life. Mitski is the main character of this album, as she is the front and center in the album cover as well. Grand sounds and vocals mixed with some out-of-pocket stuff makes this album an emotional roller coaster through memories. At the end, she's old, and after all the struggle and still struggling with her career and personal life, she slowly dances with her first love one last time. This was what she really wanted, but not for a short time, but for her entire life. What could have been if she was not too busy being the cowboy? The white American male figure, that is not who she is, and she strived to be that. It was imminent from the start that she would not achieve that, but she tried, and she has come so far. Should she have never strived to be the cowboy? Or even though bittersweet, she got some of her dreams to become reality. So it's about Mitski's life. She wanted to be the cowboy from all the shows and the TVs and other people's expectations, but she realizes life is way different than the ideal cowboy scenario. You can have all the things you want and still not be satisfied because you were always striving to be someone you're not.